Okay, guys, this is an ML320, and I have oil leaking from like the filler cap location. I'm gonna call it the oil filler cap housing. Now, I've looked on the internet, and all the information I've seen is just talking about valve cover gasket, but it's not leaking on the valve cover gasket. It's leaking up under this filler cap. And I've looked into everything, and I cannot find any information talking about the separation of this filler cap housing and the valve cover gasket. Okay, so I just took a chance. I've already taken it apart, but just for grins and stuff, I want to show you all, because if I've had this problem, surely somebody else has had this problem. Okay, so you're going to need this wrench right here. It's a Torx wrench, and it is a number 11. Okay, so the screws that will have to come out will be 1, 2, 3. These screws come out, and there's also 2 Phillip head screws that's going to come out. Okay, and you have 2 vacuum lines. And right here, I just went ahead and disconnected these from the spark plugs. These little wires right here, I'm not quite sure what the name of it is, but it's 3 of them. I disconnect this and I lay it on the side, and I've already loosened these. So these 3 torque bolts, which are number 11s, will have to come out, and also you have 2 hex head screws that has to come out. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and take those out. Now, you might have a little problem when it comes to it, because it's going to be sealed down. So what I had to actually do was I took my pry bar and I just pried it right here on the side to get it up and out. Okay, so, and here it is now, and this is kind of what it looks like. As you can see, it was leaking right here on this portion. So what I've done was I've already taken it and cleaned it, but what I've used to clean it was just the regular razor blade. Okay, take a razor blade and just clean all around these edges right here, and make sure that you get all the old sealant, and some of them might even have a gasket in there. Now, I live here in Arizona, and that gasket is just not gonna work. It just doesn't do the job. So what I've done was I went and bought some high tempered RTV or silicone. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seal the valve cover, and I'm gonna put it back on there. Okay, also I took the valve cover and I cleaned it up really good, and I tried to clean it up really good. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this sealant and put all through the valve cover. And just really just fill it all in. Okay. Okay, now that we have that on, we're going to put the bolts on and just finger tighten them. And we're not going to tighten, we're just going to finger tighten that in for right now. We're going to let that RTV sit there for about an hour and seal itself. And after an hour, what we'll do is we'll come back out here and we'll torque the bolts down. I'll have to look and check and see whatever the torque is. We have a good looking seal all around. Let me get the flashlight and put on there. Looks like there's a good seal all the way around there. And we can see the RTV kind of coming out everywhere down there at the bottom. So we'll come back in an hour and finish torquing that down. and that should stop the leak. Okay, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and just torque these bolts down and go ahead and finish securing it. Hopefully that seal should be good enough now where it shouldn't leak anymore. I hope it doesn't leak anymore. Anyway, we have a good bead there. Now what we will do is plug our lines back in for our spark plug to get its fire. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, looks like everything is good and secure, and what we're going to do is just go ahead and wipe that last little piece of oil off so we can tell if it's leaking anymore or not. If it's leaking as soon as we start the vehicle, it should start leaking. If not, it should be good. And there you have it. No more leaks. Okay, just took the car out for a test drive and came back, and we're checking for leaks, and we don't see any leaks. So if it would have been leaking, it would have been right here. So I guess we can conclude that that's fixed.